Congratulations on completing the 1-minute stress quiz. By taking action and seeking more information on your overall stress levels, you are in an elite class of professional career women willing to invest in reducing your stress and increasing your overall well-being. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to help you get really clear on how you can resolve your stress permanently within the 37-day time frame and help you feel better and gain control over your work-life balance once and for all. So while most people remain frustrated and continue to go through a cycle of low energy, tiredness, lack of sleep, lack of time and loss of control over their work-life balance, and they never quite get the results that they're after. And the reason why these people never eliminate stress is because they use inappropriate methods that don't get to the root cause of the stress. And that is the key point here. However, successful people like you are going to be able to quickly resolve your stress permanently a lot faster than you might think is even possible right now. And the reason I know that is because all I've done over the best part of 10 years is work with professional career women just like you to help them permanently resolve their stress within 37 days. And this is the best part, without changing your diet, your exercise, or your lifestyle. How good is that? And the steps I'm going to show you here are the exact same steps that only the most successful professional career women take, while the rest seem to continue to struggle and fail. So if we haven't officially met, my name is Celine Healy. I have a background in coaching, healing, counselling and applied psychology. I've been to burnout and back, so I know about the effects of having huge stress in my life, and I have personally used the technology and techniques myself. So I know they work. So let me tell you what we're going to cover here. In this short video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps of the 37-day stress resolution roadmap so that you can decide whether you want to put this to use in your life right now. But before I do that, I just wanted to highlight that there are 2 steps that you need to be really clear about right now if you want to achieve any goal or any desire. You need to know where you are right now. So in this case, your current stress level. You also need to know what steps you need to take in order to achieve that end goal of permanently resolving your stress. So by doing the stress quiz, you've actually taken the first step. And so let's discover the second step together. The other thing that I think you need to know is that there are 3 main reasons why people are unable to permanently resolve their stress. And these reasons are they do not make the time to do this specifically. They have too busy lives. They try to resolve stress by doing crazy workouts or going on diets or trying other fad things. What they're doing is they're actually trying to do too many things at once. And thirdly, unfortunately, what a lot of the experts preach doesn't really measurably affect your stress levels. Quite literally, they do not know what is working and what's not because they don't have a direct visual way to measure their clients' stress levels. I just wanted to tell you here that stress is the basis of up to 95% of all disease. And if you continue to ignore the signs and symptoms of stress, you could be placing yourself in long-term danger of creating disease. So if you do nothing, you will continue to experience stress at your current stress level, and in fact, you may get worse. When you do take action to resolve your stress permanently, you will begin to feel the benefits within the first week. Now, I'd just like to do this little exercise with you. I want you to take a moment and visualize and feel how you'd like to be totally stress-free and feeling fabulous. See what that's like and feel what that's like. If you can't visualize, just pretend that or imagine that that's what's happening. So have you got that? Okay, now I want you to think about the costs of not taking action to resolve that stress. Think about how much you are spending each week on caffeine, sugar, sweets, cakes, alcohol, cigarettes, prescribed medication or drugs. Now look, If you are deriving enormous benefit from these things, then obviously keep on using them. However, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, you might now be ready to do something different in your life. So what I'm going to do right now is walk you through how to get the most out of this 37-day stress resolution roadmap. But I want to point out that this is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. So let's take a look at how you can move up the stress resolution roadmap. How you can move from struggling right up to flow. So if you are at level 4 here, which is struggling, for you to move up the success ladder, the steps to move from struggling to flow, what you have to do initially is acknowledge the problem. If you do not acknowledge the problem, there is no way that you're going to be able to do anything about it. So if you're in struggling, what that means, you're affected by stress pretty much all the time, up to 100%. So the signs of stress here would be overwhelm, and you'd have a lot of addictions. So as I said, for you to move up the ladder from level 4 to level 3 and so on, you need to acknowledge the problem. If you're in level 3, surviving, where you're affected by 70% or up to 70% stress, for you to move from stress to success, you have to make a commitment to wellness. The signs of stress for you are you're often exhausted, you're so tired, you're kind of dragging yourself through the day. So this is not a good thing. If you are at level 2, thriving, you're affected by stress up to 40%. I just call this one 50-50 really. It's half the time you are and half the time you're not. The signs of stress for you are you actually have a bit more increased energy from the level down below. So for you to move up the level to the next level, you need to make a commitment to practice the processes. If you're in level 1 flow, you're actually affected by stress up to 10%. And what that means is you probably have time constraints on a job, or you're doing a project. So there's stress at the time, but the stress actually levels out and you go back to normal once that project is over. So you actually have increased resilience and increased awareness. And so at that level, you can actually gain mastery over your stress, and you'll be able to self-regulate how you respond to stress. And that's the main point here. So we've looked at how you can move up the stress ladder from struggling to flow. So let's look at the steps that you need to take in order to move up that ladder. And there's actually 3 main steps. And these are the exact steps that I use for my private clients. So the 3 main steps are you need to be able to measure your stress levels on an ongoing basis. You need to be able to monitor those stress levels, and then you can adjust so that you can change or improve. So in order to move from struggling right up to flow here, you have to go through these 3 steps in this exact same order. So for example, here you have to assess the degree of stress. So you've got no clear path initially. So you're in overwhelm. So you're going to move from overwhelm to setting end goals. The next step might be you've got to make a commitment. I need to make a direction where I'm going to go. So you're moving from beginning states to daily practice. You're going to make a commitment to do that. The third step under measure is observation of states. What that means is you're a bit unaware, so you're reactive. What we want to do is move to a more responding state. We're actually taking charge. Then we move over to monitor here, and this is where we use the stress equipment. And so this stress equipment has been scientifically proven. So you're moving from no hard data to proven results. In the next state here, the heart rate variability that is emotional stability. So you're moving from being erratic up to a smooth heart rate variability. And the heart rate variability measures your emotional state. Then here, what we want you to do is become more observant of your habits. So you're moving out of control to getting under control. So this is where you monitor your stress. In the next level, what we're doing here is we're going to adjust to see if we need to change or improve. So here we'll actually have gained increased energy. So we're going to be stopping the energy leaks. We're going to move from tiredness to feeling great. The next level up is where you've got increased resilience. And when you get to increased resilience, you've got a choice. So you're moving out of no control to over control. You're having control over your responses. And the final step in the change or improve model is self-regulation. This is where you control mastery. So you're going from self-awareness to freedom. And when you've got freedom, you've got total freedom, that's when you have choice. So that's how we move from struggling to flow. We have to take the exact steps in the exact order to result in permanent stress resolution. So let's just have a look at this here. This diagram here with the circle around it, this is where you did the stress quiz. So we actually have to look at your degree of stress. So if you're going to start any kind of program, you need to be able to measure where you're at. And taking the stress quiz was just one aspect of it. And it's one minor step in the whole process. But as I said, you have to take these exact steps in that exact same order in order to resolve your stress permanently once and for all. So you can see how that stress quiz fits into the big picture. So there's a greater journey from going to A to B. You take that first step and you move through the steps, all of these steps in that exact order, and then you get to flow. So what I want to do here is actually show you how you're going to measure and monitor, record your results, and then help make the necessary adjustments as you go so that you can change or improve. So what we're going to do is go over to this new program. Okay, so here we are with the stress measuring equipment, stress monitoring equipment. And what I have here is, it's actually attached to my ear. And it's going to measure the pulse. And hopefully when we're doing a live demonstration, it will turn on. Yes, it is. So see down the bottom here, we've got the pulse going up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so then up the top here, up here, this is actually the heart rate, the beat of the heart going up and down. So you can see mine is going from down 50 up to 80. So it's going up and down. Over on the bottom right here, you'll see these colours. There's red and blue and green. The red represents total stress, the blue represents medium stress, and the green represents stress-free. So what we do is we look at, I'll go back to the pulse here. See the pulse rate there, that's measuring my heart rate variability. And see how this variability up here, the heart rate is going up and down here. What we're measuring up this end, up the top, is the emotional stability. Emotional stability measures your stress. It's a direct correlation with how stressed you are feeling at the moment. So you see that I'm in 89, 90% stress. That is because I was hoping that this would work if you're doing a live demonstration, and it is working. So over time, you'll be able to move out of red into blue and into green. And how you do that is up here. See this blue bars up here? We're going up and down. So what we'll be doing is increasing the intensity and slowing down the rate. So you'll be able to move from red to blue to green. And by the end of the program, you'll be able to be stress-free. You'll be in 100% green within 3.5 minutes. And I can actually promise you that. So what I'm going to do is stop that, and then we're going to record that in your journal. So see that? That is a pictorial representation of that particular session. So the point here is there's no guesswork. You can see the visual representation. We're actually measuring your stress on a daily basis. We're actually monitoring up and down here. We're monitoring these colors here, and we're changing the bars up here. And so we're measuring, and we're going to be adapting and changing so we can improve. And then we're recording what we're doing at the same time. One of the biggest challenges for people like you who are interested in taking charge and resolving stress once and for all is that you do not want to be doing a dozen different things at once in order to achieve that goal. I know I don't. It's just such a waste of time. You want to make it simple and do just one thing correctly. That one thing that can make the difference for you. What I was showing you here within that software demonstration is that one thing. Of course, I'm not telling you that you don't have to eat healthily or do exercise or drink plenty of water. Everybody needs to do those things. What I'm saying is you don't need to do those things right now. Just focus on that one thing that will help you move from stress to success. So to reiterate here, the steps to success are you want to make it easy for yourself, you want to make it simple, and you want to gain mastery over that one thing. And I can promise you, once you have gained mastery over that one thing, you will have gained mastery over your stress. I can actually guarantee that. And what you need to do is you need to take these exact steps. You need to be able to measure your stress levels. You need to be able to monitor your stress levels. Then you need to be able to adjust so you can change or improve. I know you can achieve mastery over stress within the time frame of 37 days. How can I say that? Well, the reason I can say that categorically is because, see down here, the methodology I use has been scientifically researched, tested, and has proven results over thousands of people worldwide over a very long period of time. There is no guesswork about whether you are achieving results or not. You'll be able to see these with your own eyes, and that is the entire point here. This is the missing link that people like you have been waiting for, a way to measure exactly and monitor what you are doing. So there is no guesswork, and that is the best point. So you can see there's a bit more to it than just taking that stress quiz. The stress quiz was the first step of a much longer process. You need to take all of the steps that we just covered in the exact same order so you can resolve your stress permanently once and for all. So what I'd like you to do is invite you to consider making a small investment in your personal success and take the next step. That next step will be towards permanent stress resolution by booking a strategy session now, so that you can get ultra clear about your specific goals and decide whether this will work for you or not. You can take the next step by clicking on the link below this video. However, this may not be for everyone. This work is for action takers who are stressed out and who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, and who want to commit to taking charge of their well-being once and for all, and who are ready to make that decision now. If you are ready to resolve your stress permanently once and for all, then take the next step towards being stress-free by clicking on the link below. And I look forward to speaking with you